There's a reason why so many military families end up in the wrong neighborhood after their PCS to Nellis. It's not because they didn't do the research, it's because the information they found was designed to sell them something, not to actually help them. Today, I'm flipping that script. My name is Eric Hudson. My call sign is Nuke. Retired Air Force, stationed at Creech, and your no-hype guide to the Las Vegas real estate market. So let's dive right on in. Most people assume near Nellis means North Las Vegas. That's partially true, but it's oversimplified. Nellis sits on the northeast corner of the valley. Commute from many areas is actually manageable. The bubble? People search homes near Nellis and get the results that are technically close, but practically terrible. High HOAs, older stock of homes, limited and low-rated schools. Close on a map and close in real life are two different things in Las Vegas. So let's talk about what actually matters when you're choosing where to live near Nellis. And it starts with something most people never think about until it's too late. Las Vegas BAH rates vary significantly by rank. A staff sergeant versus a captain are living in completely different markets. Your BAH is not a suggestion. It, for some people, can be your ceiling. You need to know what that ceiling buys you in today's market before you even fall in love with something you can't afford. The current median in North Las Vegas is somewhere between about $420 and $435. Henderson, the median is $520 to $540. What different ranks can realistically afford with the V8 loan plus your BAH? Well, if you're looking at junior enlisted, senior airman, staff sergeant, North Las Vegas, some parts of Central Vegas. For my senior NCOs, master sergeants, seniors, maybe chiefs, more North Las Vegas. And we got some Henderson options for you. For my officers, Henderson, Summerlin, and you have broader options. The key point is don't let a lender pre-approve you for more than you can comfortably cover, including your BAH. Now, here's the thing nobody talks about. The hidden costs that eat into your BAH before you even make your first mortgage payment. Las Vegas is HOA-heavy. They can range sometimes from $100 to $600 a month, depending on the community. I've seen families fall in love with a house, run the mortgage math, and think they're okay, they're good. And then they find out the HOA is $450 a month because they lived on that golf course. That changes everything. We have special taxes here, kind of like how they have in California. They call them Mellorews. We have special assessment districts, LIDs and SIDs. We need to find that out specifically because even though it may be in the MLS, people often overlook it. Then we have to talk about the utility cost. You need to really factor that in. Las Vegas has some brutal summers. Electric bill of $300 to $500 from June to September, that can be pretty normal. So you go like, oh, I'll just go get solar. That is a complicated topic. Leasing solar can be a liability when it's time for you to PCS, but that's a separate video. Now, there is good news when it comes to house buying. Property taxes here in Nevada are relatively low, but you still need to factor that in, especially when you're going for some of the newer homes because they have a higher tax rate. It's not just straight across the board, but there's more good news. Once you're in, you're kind of in because they're capped at raises of 3% per year. So that really does help you out as a homeowner. Okay, so you know your real budget. Now let's talk about the neighborhoods themselves because not all of North Las Vegas is created equal if that's the area you're looking for. So let's go ahead and call this North Las Vegas, the good, the okay, and the don't do it. I wish I could whistle really good. I'd do the little whistling thing from the good, the bad, and the ugly. So North Las Vegas is the most affordable and one of the fastest moving markets near Nellis. So we got the good. So we have Aliante. You've heard me talk about it many times. That's because many military families live there. It's a master planned community. It's family friendly. It's got newer builds. And like I said, it's great for families. We have El Dorado. We have Centennial Hills area. So you got newer construction, good schools, reasonable prices. The okay, you got older parts of North Las Vegas closer to the base. Now there you have more affordable but older stock and sometimes on smaller lots. Now, what about the avoid? Certain pockets, they do have high crime with older infrastructure and we'll call it limited school options. I'm not going to name specific streets on camera, but when you reach out, we can talk in more detail and get you more information. That's the conversation that you should be having with a local agent and not Google. New constructions near Nellis? Well, we've got the builders of D.R. Horton, Richmond American, and the builder incentives are available. And especially with a VA loan, they are absolutely excellent where you can actually walk in with no down payment and no closing costs. So we've got multiple builders near Nellis that are active and in the North Las Vegas area right now. Builder incentives in 2026, they're ridiculous. You got rate buy downs, closing cost credits, AK ain't got to do it. Sometimes you can get some design center allowances. So run the monthly payment math because those builder incentives, especially the lower interest rates, can be a massive, massive difference in the house that you can afford right now. So let's say you had a builder who was offering 4.5%. That can cost you less per month than a $430,000 resale home at the current interest rates with a VA loan of almost 6.1% here in April. Not quoting rates, I'm just saying what I'm seeing. So most buyers never calculate this. They just go in, oh, this one's 480 and this one's 480. They're not the same. So this 480 here is 430 here. You think you don't get more house for that difference? Yeah, you do. Plus you get a newer house. VA loans on new constructions, they work. All the builders accept them. There are nuances about using the builder's lender and your own lender, and we'll get into those. But here's a key warning that you can think about. When you walk in, that builder's agent is friendly as can be. Now, most of them, I'll be honest, they're going to help you out like if you have a realtor and you just walk in. But there are some. I'll tell you a story. I worked with a particular individual one time. He went into, I guess, 6 months prior. He walked in and asked, he was like passing by and asked for a brochure. They said, oh yeah, here you go. Can you fill this card out for us? He does. 6 months later, he's ready to buy. We go out, we're looking at houses. We end up settling back on this place from 6 months prior. They do everything. They make sure, and it's like, hey, can you talk to your client about this? Can you talk to your client about that? And then after his right of rescission is done and he can't get his down payment back, they call me up and go like, oh, by the way, he walked in here 6 months ago and we're not going to pay you. So then he had no representation. Some of them will do that to you. As a matter of fact, on paper, they can all do it. It's just that some are very good at what they do and they do respect the work that we agents do. Before I give you the action steps, let me tell you the one thing that separates military families who move smoothly from those who end up with regrets. It's not the loan, it's not the price, it's the neighborhood fit. Families who regret their purchases almost always say the same thing. We picked the house, not the neighborhood. The house can be renovated. The neighborhood, that one can't. Questions to ask before you commit. What are the schools like? What's the commute when you have to go in, be on the flight line at 05:30? What does this neighborhood look like on a Tuesday afternoon? What does it look like on Saturday morning? Is there even a sense of community? If you want my free military relocation guide, it's got neighborhood breakdowns by base, BAH calculations, and exact questions to ask before you sign anything. Grab it in the description. It's also in the pinned comments. And hold on, I'm going to move over here. See that? If you're on TV, you can go ahead and click on that QR code and get all the information you need. It's free, no strings. So here's a quick recap. Know your real budget. Understand the hidden costs. And pick the neighborhood before the house. This market is the best buying window I have seen in years for military families. You've got enough to deal with on a PCS. Let me handle the real estate side because, I'm here for my brothers and sisters and for the civilians out there who want a different level of service. So drop your questions in the comments. What base, what timeline, what rank? I read every one. My contact information is, of course, again, in the pinned comments. And when you click over here, you get that too. It's no pressure, no pitch. For my military brothers and sisters. Alpha Mike Foxtrot For all the rest of you wonderful people, you know I love you. You're the majority of my audience who are watching this. I even get recognized coming out of Costco. We're keeping the lights on for you. YouTube's got this next video queued up for you here. And according to YouTube, it's the one that you want to see the most. So let's go ahead and meet over in the next video.